In 10x is easier than 2x. I think the thing that really hit me hard, besides the fact that 10x is easier than 2x, is when you talk about the Pareto distribution principle, that 20% of what you're doing produces 80% of results, which means that if you're going to 10x, you need to eliminate 80% of what you're currently doing and then focus on the 20% that's left. But
And from a power law, it usually goes way smaller than 20%.
Well,
But you got to let go of
so-
the 80%.
So it sounds like what you're saying is it's the reduction and the elimination of lesser.
Paths.
So when that's what I mean when I say when you talk about goals, it's very different because you said you use goals as a tool, but you don't just use it as a tool. You use it as a tool specifically. A goal in the future, in a compressed time frame, you're using that to figure out what to eliminate in the present.
And yeah, back to strategy being about what you're not doing, focus being about what you're not doing. The better frame goal allows you to begin dismantling your present and getting rid of stuff that shouldn't be there. He might want to prove himself to his dad, and so we have to be a lot more rigorous with ourselves, a lot more honest with ourselves. Is this really worth the 5 years? Is this really even a pathway to where I'm going? Right?
Is it a good idea for us to evaluate why we think that's a valid path?
We need to be very rigorous about that. Yeah. And sometimes it's nonlinear. Sometimes it's not always obvious, but when you're thinking, the beauty of framing the future a certain way, and my belief and my knowledge that human beings are shaped by their future and shaped by their goals, when you start to just change the goal, right, and mess with a better goal, it forces you to analyze your pathways. It forces you to be more rigorous. And so I really view goals and even the future as a strategic tool. That's why I think that psychology and how we think about our future and even our past, psychology is fundamental to strategy.